of it up here, but we're pretty lucky, man. You know where I am. I fucked off. I sold my house and got out of. Well, 10 minutes, 15 minutes max from Yamundi. I'm west of Yamundi now, so I'm out in the cow paddocks there, brother.
Oh, you're in paradise, man. In paradise.
I fucking am, man. Yeah, I have to pinch myself sometimes. I've got a good gig out here, so yeah, it's all setting in this season anyway. I hope I get a better season this season, man. Last year, fuck.
It sort of faded out of you that time, but yeah, well, as long as you can sort yourself out and you go in the right direction, that's all that matters if you still got me.
Keep the hose and low. Keep the butt count up there, brother.
Yeah, I think she's faded out on us, mate. Yeah, I'll be reading the mail.
Okay, catch you later, Squiddy. I'll work on an antenna, man. I'm just using a piece of wire. I'll dive on out of here. Super Squid, take care. One off the one in the clear.
Yeah, we'll sort it out so we can hear you, man. Yeah, just, yeah, get out there and get off your ass and do something about it, come on.
Camping out, if you know what I mean. So you can hear me, but you can't see me there. I'm up in the tree there, Super Squid. Alright, take care, brother. Talk later.
Yeah, she's coming up alright now, you're right again. She's just going up and down like a yo-yo, that's all. Just makes it difficult sometimes.
Yeah, it's bloody difficult. You saw where I am, man. I'm fucking right down, you know, bloody in amongst all these mountains, dude. I'm 150 metres above sea level, but the mountains all around me. Fuck me, man. 300 metres. Catch you later.
Yeah, understand. I was just there about a year ago. Yeah, beautiful, mate. Love it. Alright, mate. Enjoy. Hopefully sort your stuff out, mate, and just, yeah, we can have a bit of fun. Enjoy it, mate.
Roger's on, that's good. We'll do, man. We'll get through one way or another. You know, so catch you later, man. All the best from up this neck of the woods, mate. You know where we are. You're always welcome up here, man. Next time you're up. Yeah, if you ever get let out of that bloody camp down there, come up and bloody got a few shows or something, man. Fucking check the pits. Catch you later.
Yeah, I'll be there. Well, once all this bullshit's out the way, we'll be there, mate. I was hoping to be there end of the year. Alright, later on, man.
Yeah, that was just condition. You know, there's not a lot going on. But 720p, if you can do that, that should look pretty decent.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I got me upload at 7 megabyte a second now, so and I got the green light lit up on the bottom there. So my stream going again. Does it start? I think I think it started. Yeah, it's going again. No, it was just it popped up with please check the video resolution. Current resolution is not optimal. So yeah. Oh, it's actually saying it about the 1280 by 720 is not optimal.
I don't know, you might have to restart it. Yeah, so try that. That should work fine. And what's in the OBS output? What's the bitrate set to?
OBS, I think. Yeah, my bitrate set at 1200. Constant bitrate. Keyframe interval 2 seconds, preset quality, profile high, and I'm actually using encoders running off my laptop's video card, not the onboard graphics card, the NVIDIA codec.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds pretty decent. Yeah, you don't have to sort of crank the settings right up, you know, like it's, yeah, as I said, just sort of streaming this stuff, you know, it's not, yeah, you don't need anything too fancy. It's a pretty static image for most of the time, but it looks like it's going now. Static image for most of the time, but it looks like it's going now. Yeah, so delay's only a couple seconds, and yeah, it's looking pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, Roger. I've actually backed me mic gain on the Focusrite down, so I don't know if you're getting a slight echo where it was picking up from the SDR's audio plus what was going through the Focusrite through the dynamic mic. Hence, my audio is probably a little bit softer now. But when you go to speak, it shouldn't pick up an echo through the mic now.
Okay, you're very quiet now. I think the receiver's still be loud. Okay, you're very quiet now. Yeah, see, the receiver is good. It's the right level, but yeah, your audio is pretty low now.
Yeah, so if I put it back up to where I got it now, I think when you go to speak, you may hear a slight echo, an additional echo compared to, yeah. You'll see what I mean when you go to talk.
Wow, man, that's confusing.
Right, I'll mute this for a second. I'll have a bit of a listen. Check. Is there a bit of echo? I'll get off the key and have a bit of a listen there. What'd you say?
Was that you there, 142?
Well, man, I'm hearing you live on here, and then I'm listening to your live stream, and there's a slight delay, and it's tripping me out, man.
I'm trying to minimise the delay. I'd love it to be real time, but I think that, like 750 said, there's about a 3-second delay.
Yeah, you too, thanks to Telstra, but yeah, you know, like crap quality, you know, internet sucks.
I've got to make the needle a bit bigger too. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, my needle's a bit small.
Right.
There we go. A little bit easier on the eyes now.
Yeah, I like looking at my bandwidth. You can see where it cuts off. I think I've got it set to about 8 or 9K or something. But you can see the bandwidth on my signal. How it's just like a sharp cut off. Just like an AM radio station. There you go.
Yeah, and mine's a total cut off. See what I mean? All right, so if you look at the SDR, I'm on the home tab, all right, and the auto mute function is down the end here. So if I untick that, I'm going to sound absolutely horrible. Actually, we'll turn the noisemaker off and yeah, I even do sound effects too.
Oh yeah. So it's like overdriving the shit out of it, yeah, of the receive.
But whereas now, see what I mean by it totally cuts it out, man. It's just like gone.
Yep, yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so I mean, it's obviously you don't hear how you're not streaming or recording how you sound on the air, but in a way, obviously, you sound better because it's directly from the microphone. But yeah, no, it sounds good. But yeah, you can't do it directly from the RF because it just overloads the receive, obviously.
Yeah, that's probably the main reason I like the other software, the SDR Uno, because I can set that up so it's it doesn't overload it. Yeah. Whereas with this one, I need to do auto mute, otherwise it overloads it.
Nah, fair enough. Yeah, well, obviously, this is more like this is sort of a more sort of general software for sort of anything. Yeah, the SDR Uno is, I suppose, specifically made for that SDR.
Yeah, correct. The console's all-rounder. It's good, don't get me wrong. I have had it running where it's not overdriving it, but you know what, that might be right here somewhere. Yeah, alright, so if I do that, turn that off. this weird feedback on it too.
Yeah, right, yeah. Now, obviously, you don't want to sort of mess around with the gain settings too much, but I'm guessing if you drop down the gain, you might sort of help. Like, yeah, although you'd probably, yeah, even if that did work, yeah, you'll drop the gain, you'll yourself fine, but then you'll probably lose your C for everyone else.
Yeah, but
I still can't get rid of this feedback, man.
oh,
Yeah, now everything's gone. RF gain all the way down. Sorry about the feedback.
Yeah. RF gain all the way down.
Oh, RF gain at 3. 4. RF gain at 5. RF gain at 6. Starting to get a bit harsh. And 7. Now I'm starting to get that feedback. So I've put it at 5. Wow, man. It's 9 plus 45. Yeah, see, I can't hear you. Can't hear you there. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I thought that would happen, yeah. As I said, yeah, you'll sound good, but you're not going to receive anything else. Yep.
Well, as a comparison, I'm going to go to the. I'll keep the. Yeah, I'll keep the stream running. I'm going to change back over to Uno, and we'll see. That way, you'll see what I mean. There's no problem. It doesn't. It works fine with this. What's going on there?
Yeah, static sort of sounds like, I don't know, power line noise or something that you get like on a warm day. Sounds like a bit of that, or I don't know if it's sort of local, like as in something you're running inside the house, or if it's power line noise, but yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, you're hearing that. When I turn the noise blanker on, and sorry about the feedback. So with the noise blanker, I can. Let's start with it all the way off.
Check, got down. I wonder if maybe if I sound a bit better, or the receive sounds a bit better on this compared to the SDR console. Sounds pretty good. The console, the receive sounded a bit more scratchy. This sort of sounds cleaner.
Might even be the volume level that I got it at.
Roger that.
Okay, right there, right now. Jeez, hearing my voice through high quality headphones.
Yeah, you're sounding good on your end. Yeah, no, you're sounding good there, go.
Need to turn the noise blanker off when I go to talk. But yeah, difference with the noise blanker on and off when I get off the key. It's off at the moment, and I'll turn it on not long after I get off.
Yeah, I get that too, especially during summer. Yeah, on those hot days you get that power line noise, and as I said, the noise blanket does a good job of it, but yeah, it's pretty common. Definitely, definitely sounds like that power line noise that you get on hot days. Yeah, during winter, you get it.
Well, considering I never used to get any of this, and a lot of it started when they started construction of the new servo. Yeah.
It just sucks. Bloody you can't move out far enough, can you? Just like, doesn't matter how far out you move, there's always bloody going to be some sort of interference nearby, or eventually. Bloody, well, yeah, at least at night you can pretty much filter out with the noise blankets. That's not too bad. But yeah, what can you do, mate? you move out from the city and you still bloody cop interference eventually.
Notice the difference on the signal. Have a look on your next key. I'll be turning it on and off.
Alright, I'll have a look. I'm keying up now and having a bit of a look. Once my signal about a 6 or so, and then I drop. That's interesting. Yeah, my one doesn't do it. My one doesn't affect the signal at all. Just stays the same. But okay, yeah, that's just it's not a big drop, but yeah, just a little, slightly slight drop. About nearly an S point. Yep, I see what you mean now.
The other thing is, someone who was talking on 40 was causing bleed over with a noise blanker on.
Yeah, well that's where you have to probably narrow the bandwidth of the receive. See, now it looks like you're going from 26 to 28 meg. So if you don't want, if someone's on 40 and they're messing up the noise blanker, then you have to narrow that down from 2 meg down to like maybe 250k or something, you know what I mean? So that's just, the noise blanker works, but it's working over your whole range. I think you're zooming in, but yeah, not the zoom thing. You'll have to, there should be a setting for the SDR, like it looks like you got on 2 meg bandwidth. You have to drop that right down to like maybe 250k or something like that. So you're not going to see the whole band, but the noise blanker won't be affected by people on channels outside the bandwidth, you know what I mean? So if someone's on 40, they won't affect it anymore.
I just done that. I think they were still affecting it.
The zoom thing won't work. I don't know where the setting is. It should be one of the options. It looks like it's set for 2 megahertz. You'll have to drop it down to like 250 kilohertz or something.
So that's what I've done, man. My IF bandwidth is now 300 kilohertz.
Okay, well if you're not receiving channel 40, then they shouldn't, anything that's not receiving shouldn't affect the noise blanker at all now. Whatever's on the screen when you're zoomed out, whatever signals are there shouldn't affect it.
Actually, thanks for that, because I think it's eliminated the static a bit too.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, if it's too wide, then it's receiving everything. Yeah, basically, the more noise there is, the less effective the noise blanker will be. So you just want to sort of narrow the IF bandwidth, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've dropped it right down now, 200 kilohertz wide.
Yeah, that should help. That should help with the noise blanker do its job better. Yep.
Go on the stream. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, obviously the downside is you can't see what's going on across the band, but yeah, the upside is the noise blanker works better, so it's just, give and take, nothing you can do really.
Roger. No worries.
So this thing got like poor filtering or something, is it?
Sorry?
So, well, it's sort of, what can I say, it receives, it basically just receives everything coming on through whatever you're receiving. So if your bandwidth is, say 400 kilohertz, you're going to receive anything between the, you know, the centre of that, is it, or?
Yeah, I think that's how it works. I think that's right. 750.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like the noise blanker as a CB, like, you know, how when people say if you're getting splattered, if you got the noise blanker on, turn it off, and then, you know, you won't get splattered as much as, because the noise blanker kind of filters out the noise, but it's affected by strong signals. So, yeah, same kind of thing. You know, if you're covering that bandwidth, yeah, if it's, say, 400, and someone's, you know, there's a strong signal somewhere on that bandwidth, it's going to affect the, it's going to affect, you know, the whole band, basically, especially, you know, if you have the noise blanker on. But, if you sort of narrow it down, if someone's outside of that band, then, it's not going to affect the noise blanker anymore, if that's what you're asking.
Pretty much.
Yeah, similar thing to a CB, but on CB you can't adjust the, whatever it's receiving. You can't make any adjustments with an SCR. You can obviously narrow the bandwidth as much as you want. So yeah, if something's affecting the noise blanker, just reduce the bandwidth and they're out of range and out of affecting it. So yeah, that's one good thing about it. Compared to like a CB.
Yeah, so you pretty much can, I wouldn't say alter that, but you can just have the best performance wherever you want to be listening to or talking at. You won't have to worry about any other interference on the other adjacent frequencies.
Yeah, so the downside is you obviously can't see what's going on that part of the band anymore, but it's not going to affect what you're currently listening to, because it's not being received anymore.
Yeah, I always thought about all that sort of stuff. You know, people, you're picking up interference somewhere else, but I wasn't too sure if it was always open, you couldn't alter it, so you can actually alter it, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, it depends. I think that SDR, or they generally might have, the maximum bandwidth might be 2 or 3 megahertz or something, but there's no point running it that high unless you sort of want to see it run that high. But yeah, generally sort of, I run mine pretty much all the time at 250 kilohertz, so I can see what's going on channel 6 and channel 11, but as for I can see up to pretty much like channel, I don't know, what is it, 26, about channel 2 up to about channel 18, anything above or below that I can't see that, but any signals won't affect the noise blanker, that are above or below that, because I'm sort of blocking that out, I'm limiting what can be received. So as I said, you can't see all the channels, but they're not going to affect your noise blanker.
Yeah, well, what I found with all that sort of stuff, that if someone's on, say, a closer frequency, for argument's sake, just say it's 200, and you went 3 channels up, someone blows a whistle and they're strong, they're going to go through it. Not 100%, they're going to make some noise.
Yeah, if they're bleeding, if they're bleeding over, they're bleeding over, like, without say noise blanker aside, if someone's someone's bleeding over, there's nothing you can really do about that. But you can see exactly what's going on the scope. If someone's got if someone's how can I say, not sort of if the signal's not there, if they're not bleeding over, if they're bleeding over on CB, I don't know, how can I explain?
Oh, well, so if they're bleeding over, they're going to do it anyway, no matter what? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, like if their signal's bleeding over to that frequency, then there's nothing you can do about it. There might be, depends what kind of, if there's like a carrier or something, you can sort of use a notch filter to block that frequency out. But generally, like if someone's sort of splattering over, there's nothing you can do about it really.
Yeah, I'll. So this is good. It's got 4 notch filters. I'll implement them.
Well, as on, just say, you're on Specialised on 6 and you're getting strong stations somewhere else and they're doing bleed over, and all of a sudden, bang, you're getting more bleed over from another channel than the channel you're going to be reading the mail on. Well, makes it a bit hard. That's what I'm saying. So you can alter it.
I mean, if someone has a strong signal on 6, it depends on the it depends on what's happening on the graph. Like, if their signal isn't actually bleeding over on the graph, then even if they are on TV, they might be bleeding over on TV, but maybe not. You want them to be equal, but you can adjust each sideband individually as well.
Yeah.
Did you see on the stream? I notched us both out.
Check.
Full channel notching. So if you had, for argument's sake, we're on 6 chasing and someone dropped down to channel 4 and they'll cause them bleed over, I reckon I'd be able to notch him out.
It could be handy, like, if you have, like, if someone wants to just, like, drop a carrier, nothing out, or maybe they'll, like, maybe they'll off-frequency dropping a carrier, technically you could notch that out, and then you get that out of the receive, or knock it out of the receive. You'll still receive everything else except that carrier.
Yeah, 100%. Which, exactly, alright, so, turn notch number 1 on, and so let's say hypothetically there was a carrier right there, and that would pretty much knock that carrier out and still be able to talk.
Yeah, on my one, just like a press notch, there's 8 different filters. You put in the frequency, like, and the bandwidth. So I might, say if there's like some sort of little birdie or something, like, I think sometimes I get a bit of a carrier, like from the computer, maybe like 3,050 hertz or something. I'll enable that, and then that's knocked out, so that's gone, and then everything else obviously will still be receivable.
Yeah, you got that in the control box here too. It gives you 4 notch filters. Adjust the frequency and the bandwidths on each one.
Yeah, so it's little things like that. It's definitely little things like that definitely make it enjoyable compared to CB. You just turn off. CBs are good, obviously. You turn them on and they do what they do, but all these little things, all these little ways of manipulating the bandwidth that you can't do on CB, they can definitely come in handy from time to time.
How's my signal looking on your scope? Am I rolling off correctly?
Yeah, it's looking alright to me. Guess it just depends where you want to roll off at.
Oh, I've got it roughly about 5k wide.
Yeah, it's looking alright to me.
No worries.
Hooties in the hooties. I'm down there. Postman, Squid, 750.
Hey, Ducky.
Yeah, what's going on, mate?
Oh, Ducky. I thought it was a skip station, didn't even recognise him.
Hey, he's like a skip station.
I'm skipping in the garage.
No, there's been more skip than locals these days. G'day, Ducky, mate. Yeah, just out here, just chatting away, just playing around with gadgets as we do, mate. Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, that's it, mate. Look, a real DXer will only talk local if there's no DX, so no DX, talk local.
So, mate, when the skip's out there, we obviously know by now, we know we know how it goes with, the local chit-chatting stops and the skip comes in. I mean, we don't have to tell each other how it works. We all know the bro code. There you go.
Yeah, I know, like last time I was on a couple of weeks ago, you got on and, mate, I didn't even say good day to you, that sort of busy sort of zone right. Locals anytime. Skip is here.
Protocol. Hey, I'm not talking local, I'm talking on backscatter.
So I did say g'day, but I think it was too noisy. You boys were going for it and I don't think you heard me, so I sort of said, g'day Ducky, g'day Postman, g'day Squid and all that, but I mean, you are all sort of at it, so I just kind of sat back on the side, I wasn't going to try and get your attention, I thought I'll just let it go,
Yeah, that's it, man. No, all good. I'll continue on, man, with that QSO, man. Look, as far as all that goes, man, I've got no idea. You know that. 750, we've had this discussion before, man. Like, when it comes to audio, mate, it's out of my league there, mate. But continue on. I'll try and learn a thing or two. You never know. I might learn something.
No, we're just chatting away about the receive and different things you can do on the receive, and I mean, even amateur radios to an extent. I mean, I'm sure there's a few things you sort of know and can do. Altering the bandwidth and all that, adjusting that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, these SDRs are pretty good for like fine tuning your receive. There's a lot you can do. So, yeah, we're just sort of having a bit of a chat about that.
Yeah, that's right, mate. Especially the newer type. Amateur radios, they come with all those filters, bells and whistles, where a lot of the older ones were pretty sort of straightforward, and you're limited even on those what to do. A little bit better than the CB radio, of course, but nothing like a lot of these modern ones that come up with just, all these bells and whistles.
Yeah, I mean, especially these days, with all the local interference and all the bullshit that you can sort of get, you need all the bells and whistles and filtering that you can get these days to sort of try and clean up the receive as much as you can. So it definitely comes in handy, especially if you're getting a bit of noise coming through.
Yeah, no, I think it's changed, mate, in the way that back in them days we would cause a lot of interference.
You know, of course, analog stuff and a lot of ribbon cables, and you know, a lot of people were listening to radio stations and that on FM back in the day, and yeah, I think we would sort of make more havoc to them than, and these days it sort of seems to be that we don't seem to make havoc to them, but they make havoc to us on our receivers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the tables have turned. Yeah, back in the day we'd cause interference, and now we sort of make the effort to clean up the signal, and yeah, now that everything else causes interference for us.
Well, that's it. Oh, like when I first come over here, mate, the S meter was sitting on like a 1, 0, you know, just constantly silence, and now it's just like, I don't know, look, there's people with solo panels, there's people with little bungalow sheds at the back. I won't get into too much detail. They might generate a bit of crap, you know, all sorts of shit going on these days, and mate, yeah, well, the bands are noisy, you know, man-made stuff.
Yeah, it started, once, with solar panels, and once you could sort of start buying anything you want from online, you know, from eBay and all that, all this Chinese cheap stuff, you know, the LEDs and everything that, you know, sort of, there's no sort of regulations. It's kind of like, well, yeah, you know, if they interfere, and that's it, you know, they're just made in China, and who cares, you know, people buy it, they don't understand how dirty the, you know, their product is, but we sort of hear it on our end, so yeah, in our receive.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We, you know, we seem to pick it up more on, you know, on CBs and stuff. You know, like example, you go to the traffic lights in the Mobile, and you know, you go up to those LED traffic lights, and they generate a whole bunch of crap, and then you drive away, and it drops right down. You go up to the next set of lights, and it's back up again. And in some cases, you know when the lights are about to change, because the static drops that little bit, and you're like, okay, it's going to change, and it does, you know, I'll work that one out. But, you know, you won't hear it on your, like, FM radio, listening to a radio station or something like the Fox or 3LO or something. You're not going to pick it up on something, but on a CB, yeah, you're going to pick it up. So I guess they just don't. I guess they don't care, and no one complains about it, so unfortunately we're the ones that are copping it. But anyhow, I won't keep it up too long there, man. I've just come in for a quick hoy, and yeah, you get back talking about those filters and STRs and bandwidths and all that fun jazz that comes with it.
No, all good, mate. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they don't give a shit about this band, or even the amateur bands, I guess.
Hello, right there. Right there. 1, 2, 1, 2.
You know, they're more concerned about the high frequency these days, you know, as long as you're not messing up, you know, your Wi-Fi bands and FM radio, that's all they care about, you know. Down this part of the band, they couldn't really give a shit anymore.
Oh, definitely, but look, I don't think they generate just here. I think they generate throughout the whole band, or throughout, you know, the freak. I think it just keeps on going and going, especially all of this bloody switch mode stuff that just generates a lot of crap. You're going to get it everywhere, man. You know, beyond 27, you know, way above it, way below it, you know, here, there and everywhere. But I think because we're listening to something like FM, like the Fox, or you know, or AM, like maybe 3AW or something, the signals are that strong that I think, you know, they're going over that. Well, you know, if I talk to you guys and you're very, very close and very strong, you know, I'll get to the lights and I won't hear it because your signals are just, you know, blankering it. But as soon as it's just a background noise where there's nothing, well, you hear it. And I reckon you'll even hear it there too. But it's because we're occupied listening to some strong broadcast station. You're not going to hear. But I reckon it travels everywhere there, 750. You know, not just here. You know, I reckon it travels a long way, man. There's no, how can I say? It generates right through. It's not a dedicated, it doesn't have a frequency where it sits and oscillates on. I think it just goes right through, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just about to say that too. I was just sort of thought of that. Yeah, it does mess up the other bands, but as you said, because of like, say, a radio station, because their signal's so strong, it doesn't really matter. So it's like it's there, but not enough for them to care, because obviously the people aren't really going to notice. It's just a bit of background noise, a bit of extra static, and it's no big deal. But yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it's there, but it's just should be sort of regulated in some way. But yeah, there's so much shit that's being bought from China and all that from overseas. It's like it's pretty much out of control now. To sort of try and regulate it, I suppose. And like you said, even traffic lights cause interference. So if they don't care about them, then they're not going to care about any other stuff.
Yeah, I had a TV that did that,
Testing. 1, 2. 1, 2. Hello, radio. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
That was annoying, and one day I got zapped as well. I got up on the roof, I touched the TV aerial. Actually, my neck touched it, being a tender spot, and I got a bit of a belt, so it's definitely generating something, and it's there. It's definitely, yeah. Well, no worries, man. We'll be back on the side anyhow.
Same play, yeah, right, Jeff. Yeah, well, that's how it is these days. I'm sure we all have stuff as well that causes, I know there's a couple of things that sort of, increase the static, but, obviously when you want to talk skip or whatever, you can anything that causes a bit of noise, you can just turn it off yourself. But obviously, if your neighbours have something, there's nothing you can do about that. So that's even stuff that we have causes static, but we can turn it off. But that's about all you can do.
Yeah, well, that's right. If you can do it, yeah, you do it. But if you can't, you just deal with it, I guess. And it is what it is, I guess. Like you say, it's noisier these days, mate. Just a lot more bullshit going on. And I think a lot of it's just like you're saying, cheap and nasty, and that's what you get, mate, But, yeah. Look, more interference, less stations, huh?
Yeah, Roger.
Check. Back on the side.
Hello. Uh-oh. Got that too high. Too low. There we go. Hello. Hello, right there. A 750 right there, right now.
You're working.
Yep. Yeah. Now I'm just I got the VU meters running and trying to keep the audio below zero, below the red.
Oh, okay, yep. Yeah, well, even on ABS, there you can see the audio mixer. That should sort of, that should let you know what's going on as well.
Oh yeah. Well, that's going. That's going into the yellow, not hitting the red.
Yeah, there's obviously you don't want to hit in the edge. If it goes a bit into the red, it's not a big deal. It's not distorting. But once it starts hitting the edge, then that's obviously going to be clipping. So you sort of want to avoid. You don't have to go right up to zero, but that's it. You don't want it too low. Somewhere sort of just into the red kind of thing should be good.
Yeah, well, I'm not hitting the red on OBS, and my levels are set on all of my audio chain to just beneath zero.
Yeah. See, I just got the SDR going just into OBS and sort of peaking about, I think, minus 6, minus 5 dB, and that's pretty good. That's a pretty good level.
like I said, mine's right in the SDR playback is in the middle of the yellow zone, and my audio is, what's that, -10?
Yeah, no, it sounds good on stream. Yeah, obviously better to have it a bit quieter than clipping, you know, than, yeah. Good to have a bit of headroom just in case, yeah.
Yeah, Roger. I'm still getting my peak output too, so that should be good. Yeah, I don't know if it's noticeable and any different to when I first got on.
I don't know. I had it muted a bit. Obviously, I was just sort of chatting there. I wasn't paying full attention to what was happening. But I mean, you can always, obviously, it's easy to sort of go back and have a bit of a look. And even when it's live, you can rewind if you want to rewind half an hour or whatever. And compared to now, that's easy to do too.
Oh no, I'll do that here. I'll save this profile under a slightly different name. And that way when I get up to key now, I'll reload the way I had it.
14.
Reload.
Yeah, back on the way I had it. A little bit louder. So 750. It actually it's hitting maybe like friggin' a needle thickness higher on OBS. But in my headphones it sounds marginally louder.
Okay. Are you talking about what you mean the overall receive now?
I'm talking about the profile, yeah? The audio profile I'm using now. What I'm hearing through my headphones coming through the SDR is marginally louder.
Okay, I know you're just messing around with your audio on your end too, yep.
Yeah, and this is profile number 2. It's like, I reckon it's only 10% difference, but yeah.
I don't know. Sort of maybe lacking a bit of treble or something. I don't know. I think you were sounding good before. I know it's like you said, if you sort of go back and compare, then it's easier to sort of notice.
Like I said, I'm just hearing it through the headphones. I think this has got less bass. Yeah.
I think that over sounded good.
Yeah, I'm not actually altering my bass or treble. All I did was just made sure each stage of the plugins output was 0 or below instead of into the plus.
Okay, no, well, it's sounding good now. Actually, I'm not sure if it's any different to like how it was half an hour ago, but it's definitely good now from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, okay, well, the key's on. Hello, testing. 1 2 3 1 2 3. And now we're on the original profile. Actually, there might be a tad more emphasis on mid-range now.
How you going,
G'day there, is that the guy that's popular in Hawaii now?
That's me, Mr. Snowman.
Hey, they're not calling you Snowman anymore, they're calling you Snowy.
Yeah, mate. Yep, Mr. Snowman, Snowflake, I'm getting all sorts of names.
Oh yeah, your locals have been calling you Snowflake for a long time from what I heard.
Yeah, mate. We're gonna get this quad. I'm gonna try and get it up on the roof if I can get permission. Then they'll be hearing me out there pretty well.
You on a quad?
I have got a quad. I'm on a vertical at the moment.
Oh, did you get a 4 or 6?
I got a 2.
Ah, nothing wrong with the 5-foot monster, mate.
Mine's a V quad. Element V quad.
You'll notice a night and day difference.
When I put it up on the roof.
Yeah, you'll notice a night and day difference.
Because at the moment it's pointing straight into a brick wall.
I'll be checking the structural integrity of the brick wall, mate.
So if I can move away through a brick wall, wait till I get it up over the brick wall.
Like I said, I'd be checking the structural integrity of the brick wall, mate.
You don't reckon it? You reckon it's see-through?
I don't know about it being see-through, but it might have been weakened with all the RF you've been pumping into it.
Not to worry.
4 watts can cause damage.
Yeah. I think I'm only putting about 50 to 100 through the quad.
Into the brick wall. Poor brick wall.
Yeah, have you been getting in all right? Been getting a few contacts over there?
Oh man, had nothing today. Had a couple through the week when I got home early from work. But yeah, we'll give it another crack tomorrow, see how we go.
You got a 4-element L4 too, haven't you?
I got a 4-element 629 built, mate.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what that is, but yeah, I'll work it out.
It's custom built, yeah. Guy in the States. A lot of the guys in Hawaii that are on quads that you talk to are using the same.
I wish they'd custom build me a big fucking amplifier.
Yeah, so Big Shot, Whiskey 2 Alpha, number 5, 442, 870, who else? 385. Yeah, they're all on 629 built quads.
Wow. Yeah, I spoke to most of those guys. I bet you they got a bloody amplifier behind it as well.
Mate. They do, but being surrounded by water's a big help. But you don't need big power, man. 629, just as an example, right? Yeah. When I first started talking to him, he was talking on a 8-element quad, and I had him coming in to me with 10 watts, overpowering stations that were running kilowatts in the States.
Wow. Who's that you were talking about?
That's the builder of the antenna.
And what's his call sign?
Yeah, 629. Join the queue.
Roger. Yeah, well, Mad Max today, he always smashes in here. I think he's got like an 8-element something or other. Mad Max just fucking smashes in here.
8 element broken antenna. Hey Squiddy, what's he run? Up to a 32 or something like that?
32 kilowatts.
32 pill. So, probably up about 7,000 watts.
I can't hear Squiddy. Is he there? Is he?
Oh, he might be doing stuff. You faded out on me, mate. Signal's going to be fading in and out. 750, can you hear him? Can you hear Snowman?
Did I miss something?
Yeah, Snowy's here. He wants a big amplifier like the boys in Hawaii.
Who's got a big one? I don't know who's got a big one.
I'm pretty sure Mad Max has got 32 pill. Last of the 123 built Toshibas.
Oh man, trying to get the power to run that, man. Get a good 8 pill or 16 pill. Yeah, I don't know. Where does it stop? Oh, I don't know what to say. I suppose you... Yeah, a good 8 pill, get a... Yeah, a good 8 pill will be alright.
Yeah, Snowy, he was talking to you. That was Squiddy.
I suppose a good 8 pill. I mean, you get your grand on the band. It's, mate, you can't do it with that. You're not going to do it.
Oh, well. Look, the benchmark over there, over in mainland, is really just a 3000. If you can't do it with a single 3, don't bother.
Well, we're in Australia, mate, you know. We're not over there, so it's probably a bit easier down here to do it than over there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, all 629 says to me, he goes, 5K. If you can't do it with 5K, don't bother.
Oh, I don't do it with that. I don't know, I reckon if you... Well, in Australia, far out, man. If you can't do it with 500, forget it. You pretty much do.
Yeah. No, but when you're trying to talk across the pond and competing with the West Coast or talking to the East Coast, oh look, I've never had that high, but I think what 629 is basically trying to say is 5K and you're on your way.
Yeah, a 3000.
Yeah, cruise a 3000, don't need to run it hard, away you go.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that. But I don't see many guys in Australia. No, mate. How can I say? I'm not saying they're stupid or haven't got the capabilities, but man, yeah, it's just, I don't know, just don't want to be nasty about it. Well, I don't see him spending the money. That's about it.
Oh, no, you're not being nasty, mate. I was going to say the same thing. Investment, you know. It's like the coax that I'm running, yeah? Most people haven't spent that sort of money just for the whole setup.
Yeah, so that's what I mean, you know. That's pretty much where I'm coming from, you know. And then you'll get the haters that follow it and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, that's the dedication and that's the, for the enthusiasts, you know, it's not the guys that drive, you can drive a muscle car, but then you got the muscle car with the big motor.
Yeah, they don't exist here. It's like derail, yeah? You saw the, you saw the amount of concrete he poured through his tower?
Oh, I haven't really checked it, but yeah. But yeah, it all depends what he's putting up there, and you know the weight and factor, and well, you know it can. Man, it could be. What can I say, man? All depending what he's putting up and how high and how long.
130 foot. Tapers from the bottom up to the top. The copper, flat copper strapping at the base that leads to the earth radials and all that jazz. Man, like the hole would have been easy 3 meters deep by 4 meters, 5 meters across each way.
Ooh-wee. Oh, well. Then he's making sure that doesn't get uprooted. Is that freestanding or friggin' still got a guide up?
That's freestanding, man. That's for his vertical, and then the beam's on a 80-foot wind up, freestanding.
The boys up here have got some pretty good towers. Mark's made up some pretty good towers.
Yeah, but 130 foot tall.
Not that tall, buddy. Fuck.
That's what we're saying there, Snowy. The guys over in the States, everything's, yeah, overkill. But hey, Squiddy, D-Rail's got I think it was a 600 amp service coming into his property.
Yeah. Well, how many phases? 1 phase or 3 phase?
I'm not too sure on that. I think it'd be 3.
Yeah, that's what I mean, you know. Well, most properties around Australia, you talk about domestic and all that sort of stuff, as you just want to talk about a 3000, won't even be able to run a 3000.
That's why I like my father-in-law's property. He's got 3 phase going in there.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. So you got 3 phases. I think V's out there.
I don't know. But, yeah, my father-in-law's got 3 phase, man. He's got an industrial air conditioner. Is that 12V then?
Industrial air conditioner.
Oh yeah, my father-in-law. He's got 3 phase power going into the house for his aircon.
His aircon?
Yeah, his air conditioning. Yes, Snowy, his aircon. I don't know if you played it out on me, man. But yeah, Snowy, my father-in-law's house, his title is 3 blocks.
Okay, so you've got 3 houses all tied together.
Yeah, so 29 to 33.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so... yeah. Anyway, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, if I can get through to a Y on a 2-element V-quad that points into a solid brick wall with 50 to 100 watts, when I get it up over the roof, should go really well.
Well, you can hope so, but you may find that that brick wall was working in your favour.
You reckon?
Anything's possible, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, mate. Yeah, I really don't. Well, the local boys reckon I'll get it up over the roof, probably. Because I can stand on my roof and I can see the Gold Coast. I can see out to the ocean.
You'll be right, mate. You're getting through to them on the vertical at the moment. Or was that on the quad?
Mostly, it's just been the quad.
You'll be right, mate. The boys will look after you.
Yeah. The boys have got big toys. I haven't got any big toys, mate.
Oh, well, you're the underachiever that's going to show them how it's done.
Mate, it's a nice one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, underachiever. You'll show them how it's done.
Yeah, they get pretty excited when they can hear me getting through.
You've got a pretty tight-knit community there.
Yeah, all pretty good buddies. Andrew's 977's going to help me put up the pole. I've just got to get permission off the body corp.
How long you been there?
12 years, mate.
You won't have a problem, mate.
Did you have a good time at the birthday party the other day?
Say again?
Have a good time out at the, I think was it your wife or your partner's birthday?
Oh, no turnout, mate. It was just me, her, and our daughter, yeah.
Yeah, you had a good time?
Yeah, yeah. It was more so for me daughter.
How old's your daughter?
Yeah, 6.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so... Yeah. It's a good catch up with me daughter playing Pokemon.
Have you ever seen that, there's an app you can do, she might be into it, it's called geocaching. And what you do is you go and find buried treasure.
Nah. Mate, my budget's already at its extremes just with Pokemon.
It doesn't cost you anything, man. You just put the app on your phone and it tells you where there's buried treasure and you go looking for it.
Yeah, no, she's 6. We'll look into that later.
And my stepdaughter, she's 32 this year? 32 next year, something like that. She's a nine.
Yeah, mine's still a bubba.
Hey, what do you do for a job?
Yeah, I'm a garbo.
Yeah, I work for Woolies.
Yeah, that's your part-time employment, mate. You know, your full-time sticks is what you wish was the full-time, but yeah.
We got a gig we've got a gig at the moment. That's been, I think we're up to our 7th or 8th week as a residency. And I still work with daytime casual at the moment as well, but I need to get a few more hours happening, a few more permanent hours would be good.
Yeah, but that's pretty good, man. You got one residency.
We get $150 each, free grog and free feed.
Yeah, so there you go. That's friggin' do your math. That's probably your $250 a week.
Yeah, we'll pay $430 for rent, mate.
Yeah, I'm saying no. You know, $150 plus your meal and your grog. So there's $250. All right. Yeah. Your Woolies, well, you just need to get more shifts.
Mate, that's right. Even if I just get one extra, I'm contracted for 10 hours, but sometimes I get shifted up to like 50, 60 hours a week. Just depends if people say they're sick or they don't want to come in, you know. Permanent part-time there, and then they said, we'll probably get you some 4 hours next year. So okay, well, I'll hold you to that.
What are you doing at Woolies tonight, Phil?
Yeah, mate, stop the show. Yeah, I was there tonight from 4:30 to 9:30.
I used to do that about 15 years ago. I don't know if the same sort of thing applies these days, and it was with Woolies. But once you've signed up at one store, you can bypass the whole friggin' going for interviews and shit. Go to other stores and let them know that you work there, but you only got X amount of hours, and you're after more hours. They pretty much hire you straight away, man.
Yeah, you're right, yeah. I've asked a couple of stores, but yeah, I was just a bit late. Like, put someone on and blah, 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 but yeah, there's a couple of stores, one near me here, close, really close. Yeah, just keep bothering the fuck out of them, I think.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I mean, I was driving up to 60 k's, mate. Yeah. But you know, like I'll get me 8 hours a night. At one stage when I was doing that, I was working 7 nights a week.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I've been getting shifts for J-Car, but I've been getting some up north, like up at Beenleigh. Not that far, it's only half an hour away, but yeah, I think I've got to push harder and be smarter. I do have an Uber business as well, so the days I'm not working, like the Mondays, the Wednesdays, the Thursdays, the Fridays, I should be driving the Uber, mate.
Yeah, but you really making money on that?
Oh, mate, I've never really sat down and did the figures. I mean, you know, I was just doing it as a backup plan when things were a bit rough.
Yeah, the full plan. I get you. No, I'd really push with the Woolies though. You know, if you've been doing it long enough, you pretty soon. The worst thing is your home store. If they, like example, if another store calls you, and then your home store calls you an hour before you're meant to start, you pretty much got to go to your home store and tell the other one sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty dedicated to the home store. Lovely people, great people to work with and everything. And yeah, but I'm pretty lucky. Like the J-Car, they'll let me knock off early because I've got to work Woolies. I might do 10 to 2 at J-Car, and then I've got an hour break, and then I've got to go to Woolies from 4:30 to 9:30. So it all sort of pans out there.
Hang on a minute, so the store that your home store is, that's just that's afternoons. I was doing night stocking, man, 11 o'clock till friggin' 7 in the morning.
It used to be, right? It used to be 6 till 10. Oh, hang on. It used to be 7 till 12, that they used to do night fill, 7 till midnight. I used to get a bit of a break in between, you know, to get there by 7 from the other job. And then they changed it 6 till 10. And now the store shuts at 9 o'clock, so the latest you're there is 9:30.
Yeah, but that'd be that store. Surely some of the other ones within, you know, half-hour drive or thereabouts would have later trading.
Because I think it was something to do with paying.
I don't know about the real big stores, like, because we're only a nine-lane store, we're only a little metro store, which is really good because everything's, easy to get to. And like, I worked at one of the big ones, Southport, fuck mate, what a nightmare. I just bring the whole pallet out onto the floor and just dump it in the aisle. And, we do that too, but it's a little bit different. It's not like one of those big pallets. They're sort of smaller pallets.
Hey, Postman, listen to him on synchronous AM. Should be clearer. SAM.
Did you copy a lot, Posty?
Yeah, I did, mate. I just had someone suggest something, and I'm going to do that now. I got all that. But if you're chasing hours, that's what I'll be doing, man. Go hit up those bigger stores that do the overnight. And even, like you said, you get that one shift, 8 hours. So, at the moment you're working Tuesday, is it? Yeah. So let's say hypothetically you grab a Thursday at one of those stores for the extra 8 hours, and being that you're working night shift, there'll be a loading as well.
Yeah, mate, that sounds like a fucking great idea. Yeah, thanks for the tip there. I sort of not really... the trouble is Thursday night, that's when we do the gig, so it has to be a Friday or a Wednesday. But I know what you mean. I need... I get 9 and 9.5 hour shifts at the home store, but it's might be once every 3 weeks or something, I usually work 11 to 4 on a Tuesday and 4:30 to 9:30 on a Saturday. And then J-Car, sometimes I get a Monday there and it's like 9 till 5. And sometimes I get a Woolies, which is like 1 to 6. Or sometimes I even get a 12 to 9:30 on a Monday at Woolies. So, it's a bit... you've got to sit down and do out a bit more of a plan, I think.
And that'd be, that's the way I'd look at it, man. And then, of course, if you do manage to score one night, you go in, head down, ass up. They love you, they keep you. Just let your home store know. That's the only day I'm not available, and that's it. You'll have your guaranteed 8 hours once a week. Night shift, loading. Beautiful.
Later there, Pete. Have a good night, eh?
Sounds good, mate. Sounds good.
Catch you, Tim.
Where's Timmy?
Yeah. Snowflakes.
Oh, Snowman, get it right, buddy.
Hey, what do they call you, Sun Man or Desert Man or something, mate? You're up in the heat there, mate, and snow, you'd melt out there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, what's your call sign?
Me, I'm Rubber Ducky or Black Diamond there, mate.
Oh, yeah, I haven't spoke to you for a while.
Sorry, go again?
Yeah, I haven't spoke to you for some time.
Man, I got some locals doubling with you, man. I think it might be 12V or Big V, and you got Squiddy out there, so yeah, they're making it a bit rough, mate. But all right, no worries. Have a good night, lads.
Yeah, catch you later, Black Diamond. Snowman, check.
Yeah, catch you later there, Ducky. And 750. Thanks for the pointer, man. What a difference.
Yeah, I think I'm guessing he's on one of those type of radios. They're 06, how the carrier is a bit messed up, so then synchronous AM makes up for it. So, on most radios it wouldn't really matter at all, but it sounds like he's on one of those particular radios, and if you do that, it makes a world of difference, yeah. If it's not made for AM, that's a bit of a trick, yeah.
I like it, man. Grouse. Are you on one of those radios there, Snowy?
Posty?
Are you on one of those radios that ain't necessarily made for here?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Okay, well, 750, who's on the side there, on my SDR I was listening to you on AM, and he said to try synchronous AM, which brings in double sideband, and what a difference on how you sound.
JTMA 12V, come
What
on.
does that sound like?
It cleans you right up, mate.
Okay. Yeah, I find that. This radio's got really good receive on it, but I think it's a bit overdriven. I don't know, when it got fixed, I don't know what he did to it, but I can't use the speech processor on it because it drives the fuck out of it.
Now I can hear you perfectly clear, so... Sorry, what was that, 750? I think he's gone to the side.
Yeah, okay, this is the normal CB, kind of, with the vertical there, 06.
Yeah, that's different altogether. Yeah, go back to the V-quad on the against the brick wall.
Here we are. I'm not against the brick wall, but I'm actually pointing towards you.
Oh, so the brick wall's working like the reflector.
Be? Yeah, could be. Yeah. Pointing straight at you, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What time's it, man? 11:30. Jeez, still talking to you.
Appreciate it, mate. I was going to go to bed. I had a chicken sandwich. I had indigestion when I was driving home. I thought, oh, fuck it, I'll have a beer and a chicken sandwich and see what happens.
What happened?
Indigestion's gone away for the moment.
Gotta love that.
So I might have another VB and then go to bed.
Oh, well, good to hear you, man. And I'm glad on the check-in tonight they had you there. And, yeah, no, good. Good to see, mate.
I'd love to meet you one day. That would be really cool. Maybe one day we'll get to meet.
Oh, it's still on the cards, bro. Still on the cards. You know, unfortunately, all the shit that happened this year put everything on hold. And of course, a good mate of ours passed away too, so... But we'll get there.
No worries there, 06. I'm going to go down the fridge and get another one. You have a good night. All the best to you and the family. Stay safe. And Snowman, right up here, right downtown. The last survivor tonight. All the boys have gone to bed.
Last man standing. Oh, Snowy, Snowman, pleasure be all mine, mate. You have a good one, and maybe we'll catch you on the check-in tomorrow.
Yeah. What's tomorrow? Sunday. Yeah, not working. Was going to probably get up and do a bit of exercise and go for a bit of a walk along the beach, mate. I'm thinking if I get a bit of a suntan, maybe I might have a chance of getting a chick.
I don't know, dude. You got that, haven't you got that Peter Garrett look? Yeah, you got the Peter Garrett look going, haven't you?
Yeah, I got that going. I need to actually have a haircut, so might do that tomorrow as well. And I reckon a bit of tan, and I'll call myself the Spray Tan Snowman downtown.
Spray Tan Snowman, I like it. All right, buddy.
Okay, mate, have a good night. Cheers.
Hooroo.
Hey, who's that?
Squeeze, have a good night. You going?
Oh, mate, I'm just going down the fridge to get another beer. I'll drink that, and then I'll go to bed.
Yeah, cool, man. No, you're picking up, man. You've got your 10 over here at the moment. All right, go and grab a beer, mate. I'm ready to mail.
Alright, roger, roger. Spray tan, Mr. Snowman on the side.
The Fabio Peter Garrett. The Fabio Garrett.
Right. That's what I'm gonna stir the boys up tomorrow. I'm gonna say, it's the one, it's the only spray tan Snowman.
Gold. Absolute gold. Hey, Squiddy.
Yeah, man.
Did you say 12V was there?
He's on the freaking ground playing, mate. Rubber Ducky's actually talking to him now. Yeah, one, the BK's out there the whole lot, mate. He's running wild.
I can't hear no one, mate.
Yeah, he's running wild, man. Oh, Big B's running wild. I'm not too sure if he's got a ground plane there or not, but he was trying to get in. He was trying to get into your freaking SDR.
So he's watching it and he's like, damn, I'm not getting in. Shit, I keyed as you did. What's he doing? Going, damn that duck!
Well, 750's talking to him now. He went on the ground plane too.
That's pretty good, man. I can't hear 750. I can't hear Ducky. I can't hear 12V. I can't hear no one.
Yeah, they're all doing it.
Oh. Might go. Might head off.
Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, something different. Pretty early in the season there, mate. You get something like this, so yeah, it's a bit of a bonus. November, getting crazy conditions.
100%, man. Yeah, pretty soon it'll be one Oski every night. Yep. Ask him next time you speak to him. I don't know if he already told you, but he's planning some music festival up where he is.
Oh, is he? No. Maybe, we won't be able to get there. Maybe my brother might go to it, I'd say, if it's any good. More than likely.
Oh, it's in the thinking about it stages, I think, at the moment. But where he is, he was saying something about being on some big acreage. So, when the doors open, get quite a few bands up. Yeah.
Yeah, it all depends what's happening, man. It's going to be all weird shit lately there, mate. I don't know what the deal is at the moment. Weird shit.
Roger. Well, you ask him. He'll fill you in.
I got me chocolate frog and me VB.
VB and chocolate. Well, anyway, Snowy, I'm going, man. You have a good night, and great to hear you out there.
You too. For getting on, mate. Awesome. Made my day.
Yeah, I'm a rarity. But all good, bro. All right, enjoy. Squiddy, catcher, 750 if you can hear me, catcher. Black Diamond, Ducky, 12V, Baker, my namesake. Anyone else who's listening on the SDR or on the live feed, have a good one. I'm in the clear. I'm out of here. Bye. Bye.
Take it easy, Tracy. Read them up.
Have a good one, 06. Yeah, I was on my vertical 12V there doing his thing, and it's like too many conversations going on the same channel. It's all crazy, man. But take it easy, Postman. Good to hear you doing your thing, and yeah, Let's wait for some more Mother Nature there, 14.
And I'm loving the rejection I got on this.
Roger that.
I'll see you. Bye.